Here's how this works. Water, salt, and pepper, those are freebies. Your pantry, it better have flour, oil, vinegar, mustard, and garlic. Beyond that, you'll only need 5 more ingredients and 25 minutes to put an entree or entire meal on the table. So, shop, set the clock, and let's dish out. We'll start things off with a little rice pilaf blend from the store, 1 large red onion, some green bell peppers, or really any kind of color of bell pepper of your choosing, some cremini mushrooms, plain button white mushrooms would be fine, and I'm going with chicken here, but you could use pork, shrimp, or beef. Obviously your cooking time is going to vary depending on your protein. Either way, let's get to work. The key to a good kebab is cutting everything into even sized pieces so they cook at the same rate. So we're going to cut these chicken breasts into 1 to 2 inch chunks. Go ahead and cut our onion in half and then into quarters. We want some nice sized pieces here so they don't get completely soft and burned in the oven while our protein is cooking. If you were going to use steak or shrimp, you might cut them into smaller pieces so that they wouldn't overcook, or that the meat wouldn't overcook while you're waiting on the veggies to be done. You know, it's all about having things even. Go ahead and trim those mushroom stems, clean any dirt and grime off the outside of the mushroom, and if they're really large, you might want to cut them in half. Get them into a large bowl and drizzle them generously with olive oil, season generously with fresh cracked pepper and a nice rip of salt, and then just stir everything to combine. Now, you will of course cook your pilaf per package directions and preheat your oven to 450. Or you could even do a nice grill if it was nice enough outside to do that. It was raining in my neck of the woods, so I'm going to stick with the oven. We'll go ahead and skewer these in really any order that you like. I'm going with a pepper to start things off, a mushroom, and don't freak out if the mushrooms split on you. As long as you tuck everything in there relatively tightly, they are not going to fall off the skewer. Go in with some onions, some more peppers, more chicken. Just rinse and repeat. You could do all the veggies on one and all of the meat on another if you were worried about things not cooking evenly, but I think this is going to be just fine. So once I've got all my skewers made up, I'm going to go ahead and tuck them into that 450-degree oven with convection if you have it, and we're going to make a little vinaigrette with 1 crushed clove of garlic from the pantry, followed by a couple teaspoons of Dijon mustard, a splash of red wine vinegar, about a tablespoon or so. We'll season that up with salt and pepper. And then grab a little kitchen towel here so that this bowl doesn't get away from us, as we slowly drizzle in 2 to 3 tablespoons of good extra virgin olive oil to make a nice Dijon vinaigrette. We've got our pilaf cooked perfectly per package directions. We'll lay down a little bed of that on a plate. And then let's check on our kebabs. After about 15 minutes at 450 for me, they were perfectly cooked. Nice golden brown char on the edges. The chicken was not overcooked, still juicy. Those mushrooms got nice and roasted. Those onions still have a little bite to them, but they are tender. Alright, we'll lay down 1 kebab here because I'm not going to try and be greedy today. Drizzle that with our vinaigrette for added flavor and moisture. And then, this is extra, but I'm going to lay down a little bit of chiffonade basil for a fresh herbal note. You could do parsley or green onions, of course, or nothing at all. Let's check out one of these mushrooms. I love a good roasted mushroom. The flavor gets nice and intense. The texture is chewy and meaty. This chicken is succulent, perfectly tender, not overcooked. Grab some of those roasted red onions. They get nice and sweet in the oven. That nice juicy chicken, perfectly seasoned. This is a really simple and quick weeknight meal that, again, you could vary with any protein of your choosing. You'll just have to change the cook times and maybe the cut size of the veggies that you use. You could mix it up with some squash as well. Anyways, all I hope you do is get out of here and go make something delicious.